Listen up, fellas.
Welcome to a 1v1 on Gleize Breakout. This game is going to be Wulpenstein versus Info. Wulpenstein going Rifle Company immediately. U.S. forces in the south versus Info's Ostheer in the north, who has access to assault support, Festung support, and mobile defense. So,
All right. Here's the thing.
pretty non-meta loadout. Although he does have access to Tigers. And mobile defense can be kind of okay against U.S. forces, so see what he chooses to do. Going with an MG42 opening on this map is pretty risky. Double MG42 opening, apparently. Not entirely sure how well that's gonna work out for him, but alright. Wulpenstein going pretty standard double rifle opening. Probably gonna go elite rifles next. May be very difficult to take on machine guns, or to take on riflemen with nothing but machine guns, especially once he techs grenades, which he'll probably do eventually, probably after his lieutenant, if he goes lieutenant tier, or maybe I don't know. We'll see what order he decides, how he reacts to this build decision. MG spam will be really good against riflemen initially, but once they have smoke grenades, then it'll become terrible, and once they have flamethrowers, it'll be a liability. So. Curious to see how this is gonna work out. 3 machine guns. That's too many. That's definitely too many, especially on this map. I think that's just a mistake. But all right, here comes the first elite squad of riflemen. Wulpenstein going to spread himself out initially. 2 squads left, 2 squads right. MG42s jumping into buildings. By the way, just camping houses is going to make his rate at which he captures territory extremely slow. If he's just sitting in buildings and capturing territory only with 1 squad. Fortunately, it looks like he's going to maybe take the munitions with this one. Yes. Taking the munitions point. Although riflemen have a line on it already, they only have 1 window, I think. As far as I can tell. Machine gun's going to pull out of their range, continue capturing the munitions point. Ios take control of the right side fuel. Wulpenstein will not move to push them away yet. Just camping this church for now. Another squad of riflemen moving up into this building will spot these 2 machine guns. So, Wulpenstein now pretty much knows that his opponent has gone with a 3 MG42 build and will probably be taking grenades to counter in the near future. And riflemen will also push away the squad of pioneers over here on the right side. MG42's actually doing pretty poorly against the rifleman in this structure because he moved up into the capture circle to get the VP captured. Almost lets this get cleared almost immediately. So much for that MG. Pio is also being forced to retreat, so he has no way of recovering that. Riflemen are also available over here on this flank. The squad in this building leaves the building after taking 2 casualties, not thinking they can win an engagement against that much firepower. Fresh squad of riflemen is on its way, though. That's 4 riflemen. We might be looking at lieutenant or captain tier. We're probably going to see grenades very soon. Wow, that's an interesting choice. Fuel cache way over here. Not sure why he would do that. Although it's probably not a decision that's going to hurt him, necessarily. I don't know if it'll really help him that much either. Because the timing of that cache is... I mean, a cache costs the same amount as an officer, and he's able to get an officer basically right now. Although, I guess if he's going to go captain tier, maybe... it's not going to slow his captain down all that much, I guess.
Area secured. That was too easy. Veteran know-how will help.
Still no officers, still no upgrades. For Wulpenstein, meanwhile, Info has not gone battle phase 1 yet. So M20 definitely could have potentially punished this build as well, since it would have been arriving soon, in the next minute, if he had rushed it. Pio's working on the right side, munitions here. Info has almost no territory, neither fuel point under his control. Rear echelons providing vision of the left will probably make it difficult for this machine gun to advance if they camp that building. And riflemen Look like they're going to be forced to reposition by that machine gun into some green cover outside of its arc of fire. Still no grenades. We just purchased something. A lieutenant. Alright. 4 riflemen into a sort of late lieutenant, but probably make that work. Rifleman moving up on the right flank of that machine gun, forcing it into the building, or just gonna reposition and get wiped.
We have lost an MGT.
That's 2 machine guns cleared. At least this one in the middle got recovered, I think, by those pyos. Just jumping into buildings. Rifleman moving up on the flank will take control of this structure and move up on the right flank into green cover on this machine gun. Rear echelons absorbing fire inside that structure will leave the structure. Pyos get wiped at point blank range. And now there's nothing but 3 machine guns remaining up against a 5 rifle corps for Wulpenstein, which is having no problem at all just flanking these machine guns to death, especially on this map, where it's so easy, it's practically impossible not to engage in cover, or from inside of a building. He's just making nothing but MGs. I wonder if he's ever won using this strategy. There's another wipe right there. Your echelon troops might get wiped. Late retreat on that squad. Oh no, they do get wiped. Alright. Nice wipe for info, I guess. Wulpenstein not paying quite enough attention right there. Lets those rear echelons go down. Stolen MG42 over here on the right side. Taking control of the munitions point. Did he sacrifice a rifle squad to crew this? I think so. Yeah, he fielded 5 riflemen and only has 4, but he didn't lose a full squad, he just let the squad die to crew that machine gun, apparently. Interesting choice. Sure. Why not? Still no grenade tech. This would be a lot easier for Wulpenstein if he had smoke grenades. Maybe that would be too easy. Maybe he wants to maintain a little bit of the challenge here. Lieutenant will be forced to retreat down the central road from a massed machine gun fire. I'm not really sure what Info's late game plan is here. He's just sending machine guns in massive quantities towards the center VP to try and extend the length of this game, but he has neither fuel point, he has no AT. Maybe if he were going like Tiger Ace, I could maybe understand this. Because he wouldn't need any fuel to get the Tiger Ace out and just try and survive on his 1 VP for the entire game, but he's not going Tiger Ace, so yeah, I don't understand, and that explosion sound was the sound of Wulpenstein taking grenades and probably taking full control of this game. He did lose his machine gun. He had a machine gun stolen. That got wiped, apparently, somewhere. So,
Okay, that does it.
at least
Alright, you dopes, listen up.
that loss has been remedied. But flamethrowers are now on the field. 3 of these 5 rifle squads have flamethrowers. Smoke grenades have been teched. Surviving against these advancing riflemen may be basically impossible with the usage of flamethrowers and grenades. Although he needs to actually utilize the smoke. He used a flare to provide himself vision, but then walked right in front of these 2 machine guns, so I'm not really sure what he was thinking there. That didn't work.
Knock it off. We're taking land over here. Veteran know-how will help us to better prepare our infantry. HMG knocked out.
Frag into the building kills that machine gun, which will give the rifleman access to the structure. These 2 machine guns have barely any health and are unlikely to survive in an engagement against that squad in the building. This flamethrower moving up from the right flank may also get control of the structure. If it does, everything in the middle may finally be forced to retreat. The squad in the building is slowly falling low to just brute force machine gun fire. There's another squad with a flamethrower available to move up from this direction. This squad, rather than taking the building, is working on the munitions point? No, they're... okay, rounding the corner now. That one gets cleared. But they didn't take control of the building, instead just charged in. I'm not sure if they didn't have very much health for this, so I'm not sure they're going to survive. The squad in the building had to retreat. These 2 squads are not moving to support over here, so this rifleman is being forced to try and win this engagement alone, which he almost is able to, using a frag grenade to clear that machine gun and his flamethrower to clear that one. That rifle squad had successfully soloed 2 of 3 MGs without any support.
Send! Squad ready!
These 2 squads moving up from the left should seal the deal. This game's basically over. I cannot imagine any scenario in which Info actually manages to come back from losing this many MGs. Iowas will retreat, and the center victory point will fall into Wulpenstein's control. And I guess that's the game. Yes, it is. GG. Well, if you didn't think MG spam was a horrible idea on this map already, maybe I've convinced you. GG. Allies win.